Yana VC, Joachim here, cheers. Quick video today just to celebrate Chris from Record Talk 4th year anniversary on the VC, and also to share with you guys some rad VCLT that my friend Yana from Sweden was kind enough to bring to me when he came to visit. If you bump into these videos like VCLT, VC, what is this guy talking about? VC stands for Vinyl Community. Is this sort of community that started by people that are passionate, enthusiasts of record collecting. Have channels on YouTube. People start to comment, liking, and all that, and he became to a bigger thing. With actually friendships have been made, and it's fucking rad. So it's not exclusive, so anyone can do it, right? It's just a space for you to share your love for music and and connect. So Chris from Record Talk, I'll leave link on the description so you guys can go check in his channel and show him some love. We'll do the same for Yana at Pops and Clicks. Two cool channels, two great people. Go check it out and see it for yourself. So Chris, he did a video celebrating his 4th year anniversary. 7 questions. I'm just gonna answer. I'm gonna punk this shit up a little bit because there was a question here that drove me fucking nuts and I just gave up. Anyways, show a cool picture sleeve. Well, doesn't get much cooler than this. 77 on Areola Records. A banger, a classic. This is all punk, by the way. Joe Cool and the Killers. It doesn't get much cooler than this. When you check this shit, it kind of resembles Slaughter and the Dogs, Do It Dog style album, but when you have the balls to put your band inside of the wolf's mouth, or the dog's, or the rabid dog, whatever the fuck this is cool as fuck, and this is an absolute classic banger right here. Second question, show a cool company sleeve. This is cool as hell. It's one of my favorites. Simple, but I think just the use of color and its simplicity speaks volumes. I'm talking about the Decca picture sleeve, and this is the Start Underdogs Dame to Blame Johnny T single from 1977, which is also a cool artwork on a label. And small hole, big hole, cool. Show a 7-inch with a small hole or a large hole, depending on the country standard. I think Portugal the standard is a small hole, but I'm just gonna share with you guys this record because it's a cheap record and it's like 4 fantastic songs, great sounding. This is a live recording, sounds fantastic. I'm talking about the Hot Rods, At the Sound of Speed, or Eddie and the Hot Rods. Look at these cool cats. And it is the small hole, but he has a prongs that you can bust this and make it a big hole as well. And this is on Highland Records. 77 too, I believe. Yeah, 77. Show a color 7 record. Well, I'm gonna show this is a reissue, but Portugal just celebrated their Freedom Day, which will be the equivalent of the Independence Day here in the US. But it was like when Portugal broke free from over 40-year-old fascist regime. That was yesterday, so I'm going to share with you Aqui Del Rock. This is a reissue on Rave Up Records. Aqui Del Rock, Aqui Violentare Sistema. It's what, credited as the first Portuguese 7-inch single, punk single to be released. It's a banger, and it comes on this wonderful red, And again, small hole, prongs busted, big hole. The question that was driving me nuts, and I just fucking gave up. I even did a video yesterday showing 7 inches because I was going through my records trying to find a record for this answer. I just gave up. Sorry, Chris. There's no rules in punk, bro. Yeah, you want a record with parallel lines, and by record with parallel lines, it's like the label on the record usually just very plain, but he has like 2 parallel lines across as the main artwork of the label. Couldn't find anything, but I'm gonna do something different here today. I'm gonna show a cover sleeve with parallel lines, or in this case diagonal parallel lines, and I'm gonna add also the bastard son of record collector, a picture disc. So parallel lines or diagonal parallel lines, check this out. D-Mob, anti-police, banger. She's not it falls, and teenage adolescents. This follows under the UK 82 umbrella, even though it's not really. It's prior to that. This is on Round Here Records. This is, I love this band. Let's do this shit. I haven't done this long time. Let's look at this. This is 90 or 98 Check this out. Pretty good still. Classic. Classic. UK second wave of punk. Right here. Love this record. There you go. You got your diagonal parallel lines on the cover, not on the label. And now, to spice it up a little bit, let me share with you a picture disc, which is actually a pretty good sounding picture disc. One of my favorite Irish bands. This is actually my favorite single by them. I'm talking about Rudy, I Spy. Sounds pretty good. This came out, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. Something on those lines. And he has my favorite tune by Rudy, which is Ripped Into. Yeah, there you go. I hope that this does the trick. 6. Show a record with cool artwork on the label. I don't know if this will be considered cool artwork, but this record, I've shared this before, is a record that everything about it is perfect. I love the cover. I love the back cover, which is Raped Pretty Pedophiles. Classic, another classic, and just I absolutely love this label. I don't know. I think it might be my Disturbed Mind. This is on Parole Records. Name of the band is Raped. The name of the label is Parole. I like the yellow, the randomness of the arrows, and I don't know, the color for me, red and yellow, is always striking, and like that combination of words is just, I don't know. There's something cool about it that my Disturbed Mind finds appealing. Yeah, Raped. Classic here. Absolute banger as well. If this doesn't suit you, I'm going to show another cool cover. I've been on a Helicopters kick recently because Yana was here and he's a big fan of them. Cool cover. And this is a more modern label, but still cool. Cannot go wrong with some colorful flames, poppy colors that pop. There you go. This will do. And last but not least, show a record that is valuable, at least valuable to you. Just 1 second here. This record, I just checked on Discogs, and there's one available. Costs $100 on a dot. I probably have records that are more valuable than this one. I have no idea. I do not keep track of that. I don't even know how to use these cogs, to filter things in order to find out what I truly get. But this is a pretty valuable record to me for many reasons. First of all, because it's a band, one of the most important bands in my life. Talk about the Ramones, and I have a first pressing here of Blitzkrieg Bop, followed with Havana Fair from 1976 on Sire. It doesn't skip a bit. I don't think, I'm not sure if this is a phonogram sleeve. What is cool about this record is that, well, the record there you found it cheap. Yeah, that was a question. Found it cheap, but it's valuable. Well, it's valuable to me, not also, yeah, most and foremost because of my love of the Ramones, but also I bought this dirt cheap. I bought this record many moons ago. There was this bookstore that had some comic books that I like till this day, even though I stopped buying them a long time ago. But I used to go there, and they used to have like a thrift store, not a thrift store. In the basement, they used to have like all kinds of, clothes and books and all that. And at the time, I was kind of fixated in. I was trying to collect cigarette cases and fucking pocket knives and that kind of shit. And one day I go downstairs and there was a box of 7 inches, and I pulled this shit out of that box. And if I'm not mistaken, this cost me like €3. 3 euros. This was 3 euros. I think it was either 2 euros and 50 cents or 3 euros. I kind of like knew that was dirt cheap. At the time I was not thinking like, oh my god, he doesn't know what he has here, because I didn't know this was like I think it was in 2001 or 2002, around that time. So big score right here. All right, that's for Chris from Record Talk. Go check him out. Check his channel. Give him some love. He totally deserves it. And now, DCLT, my friend Yana from Pops and Clicks. Which is the beauty of the VC. You get to connect with people, and when you have the opportunity to meet people in person for the very first time, it's so fucking awesome to see that. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. What you see is what you get. That is awesome. So you never know what you're getting into, right? I met a lot of people that we connect through social media, and then when you meet them, it's like, they're not how they exactly what they portrayed themselves to be. Not the case here. So, love you, Yana. Thank you for this. So Yana, he bought 3 things from me in Sweden that I asked him to buy. Can I get a hand of that shit here? And he was kind enough. He bought me this CD, Svenska Punk Klassiker 78-81, which is Swedish classic punk from 78 to 81. Everything is in here. Eva Grön, Attentat, Kriminal Gitarr, KSMB, Beach Boys, Penisarna, Perverts, blah 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 blah, you name it. This is fucking rad. Double CD. Stoked on this. Thank you. And this was like my biggest request, and he went out and found me because was a big hole in my Finnish punk collection, and I am stoked that I finally have this record, because there's a song in here by Censuri that I absolutely love. The recording in here, and I'm talking about this compilation, Ella Terroria Corvil, which is Carantini, Widows, Loose Prick, and Sensory from Sweden. All bangers, all classics. This is from 1980 on Poco Records with a big hole. Yeah, so stoked on this. And last but not least was a record that I cannot find it here in US, and this record is like a €12 record in Europe. And Yana, go and grab this for me. Talk about Penisarna. This is fucking rad. They use like the German classical music, traditional artwork, style of packaging, which is fucking cool. It's gonna be Beethoven or fucking Rachmaninoff, some bullshit like that. It says Grand Prix punk rock. And I saw this online on Discogs or any of that shit. It only costs like $12. I was not expecting to be as good as this is. It does have the 2 EPs that the band released, plus tracks that I never heard. But this, for the $12 EP, it's a fucking gatefold. Sounds amazing. Anti-static sleeve. Look at this shit. I would pay $12 just for this to frame it. Yeah, classic. 78 Swedish punk. These were requests that Yana was able to fulfill. And on top of that, he just came at me with 2 bangers of records and 2 cassettes that I haven't stopped listing yet. So, first of all, throw this at me from 2023, a band that I knew nothing about it. I still don't know nothing about it. Shady Lady and the Mall Factor, a nickname. Just like a maxi EP, 5 tunes. Man, like synth punk, this is for you. Absolutely, yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can check the song Wendy Got Balls. Awesome shit. And also a record that I don't have, even though I've been familiar with. This is a band. This is a force to be reckoned with. Talking about Vidro, you know, when it comes to female fronted, you know, contemporary hardcore, yeah, they're right up there. Eye on the top of the hierarchy. Classic shit. Rips. Vidro. And last but not least, he brought me these 2 cassettes. This series called Pickle Earring Punk, which I did some research, and this came out around 2012. 2, this is just as a shit ton of bands that I never ever heard about them, and it's just like mind blowing. We're talking probably 8, 16, 40 bands, contemporary bands from Sweden, you know, that most likely they fall under the radar of most non-Swedish you know, music fans. But this is mind-blowing how many good bands Sweden is still producing till these days. Check this out if you have a chance. Highly recommend. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Yana. You guys rock. And thank you guys for the support. You guys continue to enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in a week or so. Cheers.